Mr. Potato Head, he's always got a chip on his shoulder because he's always losing his parts.
He's apparently Catholic.
Yeah, they confirmed that in the audio commentary that Mr. Potato Head's Catholic.
It's amazing.
Because he makes the sign of the cross.
That's amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to Starship Cinema with Vince Salerno. Brand new podcast coming at you hot 2026. I am your host, Vince Salerno, and I'm happy to have you all joining us as we journey across the galaxy that is cinema. We will be touching every corner of this vast galaxy: animation, live action, drama, comedy, old films, new films, hot pop culture topics. We're going to cover it all. This podcast is months in the making. It's a show. If you followed me from my initial podcast, the Vince Salerno podcast, you'll know that the last episode we talked about how with that show, which was primarily a pop culture, news, current events, entertainment show, it got really tiring. I think I mixed what I thought I was supposed to do, my purpose, with what everybody else was doing and focusing on being an influencer. This is all about getting back to the art of cinema, my love for filmmaking, and sharing that with my friends and close confidants, and with you, the audience. So thank you all for joining us. I'm happy to have you guys here, and we're going to be talking about a lot of different films. We're going to be touching on a lot of old films starting out, but we will be reviewing upcoming films that will be coming out this year, 2026, when they come around. But first, I thought it'd be appropriate, seeing that this is my first official fully dedicated movie review podcast, to talk about my all-time favorite film, which, if you have not guessed from our beautiful set here, is Toy Story. Is 1995's Toy Story, the first ever fully computer animated movie from Disney and Pixar primarily. And I am also joined on this episode by one of my favorite people in the world, the love of my life, my wife, Kate Salerno.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Happy New Year.
Well, I mean, welcome to the show. This is your first time on.
Yes, that's true.
But welcome back as in you're back on a podcast with me.
Yes, I'm happy to be here. First episode of the new show.
Pretty special.
Love it.
And Kate will be the reoccurring guest. I want to fill a lot of these episodes with guests. Usually my old podcast, it would be just me. But I found that when I was doing interviews, I enjoy having a back and forth with somebody.
Yeah, discussion.
Especially in the room. Yeah. And I don't get a lot of that. So
I'm free after bedtime.
Yeah, free after 8:30.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get into this. I actually want to ask you first, because we've been married for almost 4 years. I love... Yeah, 4 years.
4 years coming up.
Pretty
That's
cool.
Crazy.
I love this movie.
Yeah.
Maybe initially it was a little obsessive, I mean, you caught me at a time when Toy Story 4 was coming out.
It was rough.
Yeah. You took some time to really dial down my fandom to a mature status.
Yes.
But I want to know, what are your thoughts on this movie? Not the franchise as a whole, just this first movie.
Toy Story.
Yes.
1.
The first one.
As you watch it as an adult, you realize how old the animation actually is. And it is a little off-putting. It actually is a little freaky. It's kind of like one of those animated movies that makes you lose your appetite.
Like Uncanny Valley.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I get that.
It's freaky looking, But only because you know how much better it gets. Like, to go, it's archaic.
It is, yeah, it does feel a little archaic. Well, especially when you watch the shorts, like the shorts that Pixar made leading up to, and those are
pretty scary.
Horrifying.
The baby
tin toy.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
I swear, like my poor baby nephew. I saw him for the first time, and I told my sister, "Your kid looks like the baby from Tin Toy." I'm sorry, but he got much more handsome and
he
cute.
was cuter than the baby from Tin Toy, but I can see what you
It
were
wasn't
saying.
like I couldn't hold him and, love him. It was just like, oh, you're a cute kid, but you're a little off-putting. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. It doesn't mean how it sounds.
I think that, we can appreciate Toy Story for what it was, knowing that nothing like that had ever been done before. Mm-hmm. And I think that kind of makes up for the fact that it is a little
dated with the animation.
Strange, yeah.
I mean, it was the first time anything like that had been done with full-fledged characters. And I think it's less off-putting with the fact that they are toys, because they have, and that animation had like a plastic quality to it. So they thought, well, why don't we play into that? Let's make a movie about toys coming to life.
So I was actually just going to say something to that effect, that in one of the scenes right before they're leaving for Pizza Planet, when Andy's mom is coming to get him, I noticed in that scene that it kind of looked like she was moving like a toy. Like she was very sort of robotic, sort of like...
Yeah.
Like every movement was very jointy. As like a toy, like her shoulders wouldn't just relax. It was like shoulders.
She was like leaning
down.
up against the door and just like,
and the hands were just kind of it was very plastic. And you could just like, that's why they did not emphasize people. That's why they didn't show faces, heads, expressions all that much. Like the kids were fine, but they all have the same face.
Well, they're all Andy. Did you know that?
Yes, I did. I did know that. That's really, really freaky.
In the audio commentary, they point out that because it was just so hard to animate human faces, what they would do is they animated Andy. Like they had to make him the best because he was going to be the one to be on screen the most.
The sweet one, too.
And they would just modify his face ever so slightly for the kids, for Molly, for I think the mom too, and for Sid. Like they're all just modifications of Andy's face. And Sid's a little freaky too.
Sid is.
Minus the fact that he's like a demon child.
I mean, he's a demon Andy.
Yeah. Although, I mean, maybe we'll get into this a little later, but Sid's not actually a bad kid if you think about it. I don't know if did you remember in the commentary
I heard what they
said
were
about
saying,
that?
Like he was actually very creative, like very imaginative, like he was just playing. But the way that they portrayed his character from a toy's perspective was evil.
Yes, and that's the key. It's not that he's a bad kid. It's that from a toy's perspective, he's a kid's worst nightmare.
Yeah, I think
a toy's worst nightmare.
Right, a kid's worst nightmare.
Well, he's his sister Hannah's worst nightmare.
Yeah, I think about like when my brothers and I would play with like the pirates. Do you remember the pirates? Yeah,
like the little people.
Like the Lego.
Yeah,
they
with like the
Lego
big
people.
Noses, no eyes.
Yes, I think so. They had like the big pirate ships.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I had those.
Okay.
I played with those.
Insert photo of whatever we're talking about.
We don't do too much editing on this podcast.
Oh,
so
well, on a
maybe
reel.
We'll flash
on a reel on Instagram. Cut out this section.
There you go. Social media marketing.
Cut out this section. Okay.
She's a genius, isn't she?
Thank you. No, okay, so we would play with these pirate ships, and I guess it's kind of the same as how Sid would play. Like, we'd bomb the other ship. We'd bomb each other. And we weren't, very different. We were not blowing up toys in the backyard.
Right.
Like, that seems, that even from not a toy's perspective, that seems...
like a bit much. Extreme.
Yeah, like you're destroying your toys. Actually, why is that playful? Why is that creative? You are actually destroying toys. Like you are obliterating your playthings.
Boys especially like to see, they like to shoot things and see things blow up. It's just
but they're actual
an intrinsic
toys?
part of being a boy.
Like you would never destroy Woody.
Well, I would never destroy Woody, but some other kid might.
Like that's such a waste of a toy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for Woody, I mean, for like the Toy Story toys specifically, I think the movie has kind of like really seeped into the culture in the sense that like, you know, when you see a Woody doll in the store and you buy it for your kid, and you know, like the movie's like you've already kind of have this built-in relationship because you know the character Woody, and you can recreate that relationship in real life that Andy has with Woody. You can create that in real life with a kid.
Yeah.
And that's kind of really unique and cool. That's a really cool thing for a movie to do for the culture, is to like create this unique relationship with like anytime you buy a Woody doll, you're not just buying a Woody doll, you're now personifying a movie and ingraining that into a kid's reality.
Right.
And you know, our son, he hasn't seen Toy Story yet. He's probably not going to for at least a couple more years.
He's seen clips from it.
He's seen the clips. He's going to watch Toy Story 2 in a couple months. So we'll see how that goes. But I don't think he even understands that like, oh, this is like I can be Andy and have that relationship with Woody, him being my favorite toy, and Buzz and all that.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was talking to you about earlier in the week when I was saying how like I think that sometimes movies can inhibit playtime, like play for children, because instead of having their own imagination about how they should play with the toy, they're thinking about how the character Andy was playing with his toys, and they're going to play with them that way. Like it's like scripted out for them. Whereas I want them to be able to have their own imagination of how they would play with Woody. Like I don't want it to be scripted for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, to a certain degree, I agree with that.
At least when he's 2 or 3 or 4.
Yeah, of course. And you know, our son's already playing with action figures, and all he does is just stack them.
Yeah,
he lines them up into a line. Like that's his way of playing right now.
Or puts them all in a circle.
Yeah.
They're either playing Ring Around the Rosie or.
I remember my brother and I. We had tons of different types of Toy Story toys. We had like the life-size ones. We'd have like little mini ones. Like 1999 to 2010 was like a gold mine era for Toy Story toys. Yeah. Like some of the best Toy Story toys were produced in that era. And my brother and I, so like, you know, sometimes we'd like literally just reenact the movies. And sometimes we would create our own like worlds, like, oh, all the toys are like the characters from the movie, but they live in the Old West, or they're on a planet or something. So we did have that like element of imagination, but we also sorry, that's really distracting.
I know. You have to keep talking through it.
Yeah.
So you can't hear it.
So we did have that element of imagination, but we also kept them grounded in like the characters that we knew them to be. Like Buzz was still Buzz and Woody was still Woody. But we also, I guess you can tell me how you guys did this too as kids, but like we also had toys that weren't from movies that we played with too. Like I remember having a stuffed frog with a red bandana tied around it. I got one at a crane game, and I had this. I made up these characters where like he was like the main guy, and he was in love with my sister's stuffed cat, and all these other stuffed animals were like side characters, and they'd go on adventures, and then they'd have to face like my sister's giant tiger animal, and the tiger would kidnap the cat, and the frog would have to go and be like the Prince Charming and say like we would play stuff like that. Yeah. So it wasn't all just like, you know, Toy Story and stuff like that. But did you have anything like that where like you played with things that were like you had a Woody doll, but you didn't play with it as like Woody, like as an example?
Like a character,
or like you had a stuffed animal.
Oh, okay, yeah, I had like non-movie toys, non-show toys. Like I had Polly Pockets. Right. Those. There was no, you know. Okay. Good example. I didn't really play with Barbies, but I did have some. And I would play house with my Barbies, and they had like, you know, Barbie Nutcracker, Barbie Rapunzel, Barbie, you know, the Magic of Pegasus or whatever, right? We would not play, or I would not play like the Barbie in the movie, because my Barbie wasn't Barbie Nutcracker or, you know, whatever. But like Barbie and the Magic of Pegasus, I had all those dolls and the horses. I really don't think I played with them like the movie though. But when it comes to things like just your random horses, like the stable horses or Polly Pockets or whatever, things that didn't have movies, boy, I would play with that stuff forever and have no script to go off of. So it would be my own imagination. Also, American Girl dolls were huge.
Oh,
so like none of them had stories, or they didn't have movies. They had stories, like books and things, but they didn't have movies. Not until a certain time.
Stay close to your mic.
Oh, sorry. Not
or
until
push it up
I'm going to push it up. Yeah. Not until a certain time did like, Kit Kittredge in American Girl, or Samantha, or Molly, or whatever. Felicity was huge in my house. But like, I had my own doll.
Right.
And not one of the major dolls. And so we would just play off script.
Like Hannah in Toy Story.
Yeah, exactly. So
doing tea parties with Mrs. Nesbit.
Yes. So there were toys that I had that had films associated with them, or TV shows associated with them. And I would play with them sort of off the movie, off the show, but really I would just use my own imagination. And again, that's kind of what I hope that, and are we allowed to say names?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. That our boys will do. Like, I hope that they just will play imaginatively and not like, oh, in this movie they followed this storyline, or the Buzz has to save Woody from the plane, or whatever.
Right,
Like, I want them to be able to have their own stories with Buzz and Woody.
Right.
Like, what other adventures are they going to have besides the movie adventures that them to have?
Oh yeah, I mean, like 90% of my play with like my Toy Story toys was Woody and Buzz and the other toys doing other things other than just like recreating the movie. But like my brother and I, we would like do that at a certain point. We get bored and be like, okay, let's play Toy Story. Let's play Toy Story 1.
Right. Sorry, that took us way off.
Yeah,
let's
totally.
Get back into the movie.
It's relevant. I think that's a really important point to like. I think. Well, funny enough, as we're talking about toys, I do want to point out that these. Oh, is there a baby crying?
No, the monitor died.
Oh,
I'm gonna go get the charger.
Okay, well you do that. I'm going
me.
to take over here and point out to the audience. So, as we're talking about toys, surprisingly enough, this here is one of the original Buzz Lightyears from 1995. This is actually mine from, I think I got this at a garage sale in like the early 2000s. I actually had the full like 12-inch scale Buzz Lightyear action figure that had the wings and the talking phrases and all that stuff, and laser. But the head broke off, and I don't know if my parents promised me they would fix it, but I think they just threw it away, unfortunately, which is fine because like I don't know what I was gonna do. And then they got me a gray Buzz Lightyear. Maybe I'll have to dig those out, and I can try to bring them out here. But this is a Buzz that I played with a lot, and I think I had the McDonald's or the Burger King Woody plush, and that would go with this Buzz, and I would play with those two, Woody and Buzz. So, but this is like a Buzz that I played with religiously, and it's the only representation I have of the original 1995 Buzz Lightyear. But yeah, I found this on when we were visiting home for Christmas, and I thought I'd bring it back. And I did have a Woody doll, but again, it was the Burger King plush from 1985 or 1986. And if you look on Kate's side, the Woody doll here is actually one of the original 1995 Woody dolls. It is not my original Woody doll. I actually found it at a nostalgia antique store in Omaha, Nebraska. And he's kind of the representation of, classic Woody. It's actually technically my son's Woody. I kind of want to get him a brand new one, so he has that to play with, and then maybe I'll steal this from him and put it on display.
He has one downstairs.
Yeah, that's this.
This is the one from downstairs?
This is the one from downstairs, yeah.
That he plays with Jessie?
Yeah.
Oh, when did you bring it up here?
Like a couple hours ago.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. I do want to get him a brand new one, though, because we have Toy Story 5 coming out this year, which is part of the reason why we're also doing this. And I should probably point out, we are planning to do all 4 Toy Story films leading up to Toy Story 5. So this is kind of like the beginning of the road to Toy Story 5. And we'll talk briefly about the film before we wrap up tonight with this episode. But yeah, we might try to squeeze in like Lightyear or a spin-off film, but I don't really want to talk about Lightyear.
Let's focus on the first
but
four
let's
Toy
go.
Stories.
Let's go back. We went on a great tangent about toys, but
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's good. I love that. I mean, it's relevant.
Oh, good.
But let's talk about the movie itself. So, in case you live under a rock, the movie centers on a cowboy doll named Woody, who is the favorite toy of this child, Andy. And on his birthday celebration, he gets a brand new toy. It's this high-tech Space Ranger action figure named Buzz Lightyear. He steals the affection of Andy, and Woody becomes jealous. And one thing leads to another, and the two toys end up separated from Andy and having to deal with their differing personalities. Woody being very sporadic and kind of insecure and clingy and bossy and selfish. And Buzz being a delusional action figure who thinks he's a real Space Ranger. The two of them have to work together to get out of really high-stakes predicaments for toys in order to get back to Andy before he and his family leave and move out of his house forever.
I feel like our lives really followed Toy Story this year.
You think? Yeah, we did. We did move recently,
and our son got into Toy Story.
Yeah. Thankfully, I made sure Woody was packed up a long time ago.
Yeah. He was like one of the first things to be packed.
Yeah. And he doesn't have a Buzz Lightyear, but
true. He's got like 3 now.
Well, he's got the little action figures, but I want to get him like a real Buzz Lightyear.
Whatever.
You know, every kid's got a real Buzz Lightyear.
Sure.
But part of the reason why I love this movie so much is one, it was like one of the first films I saw. Technically, it was Toy Story 2. But I grew up with Toy Story. And the first movie is so many things that a movie... You would think a movie can't be, but it is. It's edgy. It's scary. It's funny. It's really complex and in how it examines the human soul. It's emotional and heartfelt. It's perilous. It's action-packed. It's like everything you want in almost like a boys movie. Yeah. So it was perfect for me growing up. And it came out the same year I came out. So the movie just celebrated.
You just said that.
Did I just say that?
It came out the same year that I came out.
It came out the year I was born. Excuse me. I actually shy of a couple weeks. Wow, I can't believe I said that. That's staying in. It came out on November 22nd, 1995. I was born December 5th, 1995. I don't know if I want that out there, so maybe I'll bleep that, but 1995, that's all you need to know.
You can just say I was born a couple months later.
Yeah, I was born a couple months later, whatever. But I have this out. This is not my original VHS copy. This is a VHS copy. This is the Gold Classic Collection Special Edition version of the film. So the reason why I have this is because this version actually means a lot to me, because when I watched, I think I was either at a friend's house or we had this version growing up, and at the end of it, there's like a 10-minute featurette about the making of Toy Story. And I already adored this movie. And watching at the end and seeing John Lasseter, Pete Docter, Andrew Stanton, people who I would end up looking up to as filmmakers, seeing them make the movie and realizing oh my gosh, you can get paid to make movies. Like watching this and that featurette at the end made me want to be a filmmaker and set me on the course to loving movies and loving these films even more, beyond just the story and just the love of the characters, the filmmaking and the craftsmanship behind Toy Story and all that. So this is, I owe a lot to this film. It's not just another movie. It's not just a movie it's really cool. I like this movie. I owe my destiny a little bit to it,
Okay, we are the same. We fell in love with movies the same way, or not even no. We fell in love with our craft the same way. You fell in love with it from a featurette at the end of a movie about like the making of a movie. And I fell in love with acting from blooper reels or
Yes,
in
right.
the
I
making
forgot
of
about this.
movies. I loved watching those because it was so fascinating. These people who completely take out, like, to watch someone just have fun and bring characters to life, but also like, you know, screw it up sometimes or, you know, really have fun on set. Like that to me was like, wow, not only are they having fun pretending to be someone else and tell a story, but like they're just so playful.
What was the
it.
blooper reel or the bonus feature making of thing that you saw that really got you into acting?
I think it was actually Felicity, an American Girl.
Felicity in America. What's that?
Oh, you don't know what that is?
Is that like Kidridge or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, it's an American
Girl
the
movie.
American
It's like
Girl
what I was
movie.
talking about earlier. Yeah, I really think that was the moment when I watched the behind the scenes. I was like, how do I do that? How do I get on set? How do we get here?
Yeah.
And unfortunately for me, my parents did not want me in show business, which honestly, good for them.
Actually, that's good on them.
Valid.
Yeah,
I'm glad they chose that for me. I'm glad they did not allow me to do any of the acting or anything that early. But, you know, that was the dream as a kid.
Yeah.
I'm sad I missed out on that if I could have done it. But I think now that I'm older too, I think that there's no saying I would never be able to do that now. You know, I can do that now.
And you know better and you have more autonomy and all that.
Yeah.
I
went to school for it now. So
Right, yeah.
I'm actually a trained actor.
You are a trained actor, a very good one at that.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I can say I'm a trained, I went to school for acting.
Yeah. I have to say too,
believe
I'm grateful that there were like intermediate film opportunities where I grew up because I didn't, you know, I wasn't in California. I wasn't in a big city. And in my, you know, small town, Midwest area where I grew up, I had this like film camp that lasted like 2 years that I did.
Oh, yeah.
And there were other opportunities to, you know, grow in the film industry near Omaha, Nebraska and all that. And I guess, I'm grateful that I didn't just like ship myself off to Hollywood right away.
Thank goodness.
So,
sorry, I just wanted to caveat
a brief
there
tangent,
and
that's okay.
or a tangent there and say,
but that's why the movies mean so much to me, and why Woody and Buzz also mean so much to me. Getting into more of the story and the characters, because I find that I love movies and Toy Story is like the epitome of this, where you create so much conflict between two characters that by the end of the film, that it's like so much conflict has to be resolved that the only outcome is they become close friends. And like Woody and Buzz, like I kind of want to skip ahead and talk about my favorite scene, but I'll wait. The way they become friends in this movie is so beautiful and emotional and heartfelt. It's everything I love about movies. It's like the clashing of character, and the resolution that comes out of that.
What's your favorite scene?
You want to talk about it?
I really want to talk about it. Yeah.
What's my favorite scene? My favorite scene is the low point in the film where Woody's trapped in the milk carton. Buzz is strapped to the rocket, and Buzz is like super depressed and bummed out because he's found out he's not a space ranger, or he's not a space ranger. He's just a toy. Woody is just desperate to get out of here because he knows that like there's only a matter of time before they're both dead.
Yeah.
Because as John Lasser points out in the commentary, like when you're in Sid's room, and you're a toy, you're gonna die.
Yeah. Somehow all those other mutant toys.
You're gonna die and be reincarnated as a mutant toy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Woody is like trying to get Buzz's attention. He's kind of like, hey, get over here, Buzz, come on, help me out. And Buzz is like giving him this like dead face look, like, you know, I'm done. And Woody starts to like his mood starts to change towards Buzz. He's like almost like sympathetic and pleading, and it's almost humiliating for Woody. Like he doesn't think that highly of Buzz. And he says, Buzz, I can't do this without you. I need your help, please. Mm-hmm. And then Buzz responds, and gosh, Tim Allen does such a good job in this scene. He's like, he just says, I can't help. I can't help anyone. And he plays it so like genuine, and it's like his heart's been ripped out. And Woody starts to understand oh my gosh, he gets it. But he thinks this is the worst thing in the world, but he has to understand, like, no, this is being a toy is so much better than what you think it is. And then he starts complimenting Buzz. He's like, you're a Buzz Lightyear. You have all these features. Like, what kid wouldn't want you? You are a cool toy. Yeah. And then he turns that around to himself and he says, and as a matter of fact, compared to me, you're too cool. Like, all I can do is pull my string. Why would Andy want me when he's got you? And it's when Woody changes, because he finally becomes selfless and realizes that I should want what is best for Andy. And if what's best for Andy is that Buzz favors him over me, then that's what happens, even if it means I don't get what I want. And Buzz realizes, and then it goes back to Buzz, and Buzz looks at his foot, the Andy on his foot, and he remembers that Woody has it on his foot, and he realizes that, like, wow, Andy loves me, Andy loves Woody, Andy needs Woody, and I need Woody. Mm-hmm. And that just the way that then that connects them, and they become bonded at that moment. And then after that, like, the universe tries to pull them apart. Mm-hmm. It's just, I love it. I absolutely love it. And then the way that, like, their friendship then really tightens when they're in the chase to the moving van, mm-hmm. and they continue doing, like, self-sacrifice after self-sacrifice. Like, Woody's on the family van. He's about to go in and see Andy, and Buzz is stuck in the fence, and Woody gets off the van as it's going away to help Buzz, and then they go off together. And then Woody is caught by Scud, and he's about to be pulled off the van. Buzz jumps on him and yanks his eyelids. Yeah. And then Woody grabs RC, and, like, just the way, like, the self-sacrifice keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And to the point where they're like this now. Like, there's mm-hmm. no way they could come out of that and not be close friends. Yeah. I just love that relationship, mm-hmm. that male friendship, because, like, that is what it is to be, like, a friend when you're a brotherhood. Like, yeah, you let the other guy walk over you, if need be, if you really care about that guy. Mm-hmm. So you just
swallow your pride.
Yeah. So sorry, I went on a long spiel there, but I adore the last, like, 30 minutes of the movie because it's just beautiful storytelling, and it's an animated movie. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, this would be live action, and it'd be about, two other guys in another situation. Mm-hmm. Or, like, sometimes I joke that Toy Story is a film about fathers. Like, Woody's the stepfather or whatever, or Buzz is the stepfather and Woody's the divorced dad or something. Gosh, and they both have to learn to love their kid. Yeah. So yeah, that is the main reason why I love Toy Story so much, is because of that scene, mm-hmm. and, like, the last 20-30 minutes of the movie. Yeah. Why do you love it?
The movie?
I mean, do you love it? I mean, what do you think about the movie, the story itself?
I do. I like Toy Story. I don't love Toy Story. I do mm-hmm. like it. I think it's a really fun. I don't think there'd be room
in this house for two people to love Toy Story at the magnitude that I do.
Yeah, that's okay. I gladly give that to you. But I think that it's a movie I can appreciate. I really like to watch. Mm-hmm. I love clever movies. I love movies where you can just do very clever things with toys, or say very clever things, just make funny jokes, or how all the toys come to life and freak out the kid, how they freak out Sid in the backyard. Yeah. That's fun and freaky, and I like that.
It's an edgy movie.
It's creative. I like creativity. Yeah. And one of my favorite scenes of the movie is actually so you were talking about how Woody swallows his pride, and he's like, you know, why would anyone want me? Like, you're cooler than me, right?
Really quick, you know what's funny about that?
Huh?
Woody's actual last name is Pride. Woody Pride.
That was a good trivia. That was a good piece of trivia. I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
Wow. I love Disney. I didn't even know that. Woody Pride.
Yeah.
Really? That is very fascinating.
They don't broadcast that, but yeah, that's his last name.
Okay, that's really cool.
Yeah. So sorry, I stole your.
No, that's okay. I didn't know that.
You're saying the scene where Woody swallows his pride.
So Woody swallows his pride, and my favorite scene is when Buzz swallows his pride, and they finally escaped from Sid, but it's like the final hour. They're not going to make the truck. RC couldn't keep up. The rocket's still attached to Buzz, and Woody catches sight of it, and he's like, "Oh my gosh! Like, I got an idea. I can light this rocket. We'll be fast. We'll go." When they get to, blasting off, and they go up in with the rocket in the air, and Buzz releases it or whatever, and he pops his wings and they starts flying. Woody's like, "Buzz, you're flying," and Buzz is like, "This isn't flying, this is falling with style." And it's just like, he had to swallow his pride and admit that that's not flying. It is falling with style, but he's okay with that because he loves Woody now. Like, he is friends with him now. Like, it doesn't matter if he's flying or not.
Okay, it's interesting you said that, because I always thought, like, okay, he is flying. Like,
sure,
for all intents and purposes, he's flying.
Yeah.
He literally swoops
soaring
down
through the air. Yeah. Yes. But the fact that he says, it's not like, it's not a big deal. I appreciate you. I don't have to have my way.
Yeah.
I am not flying. Like, it's okay.
I thought he was teasing him though in that moment.
No, I think he really genuinely means it's not flying. It's fun. But he was making a little bit of a joke sort of at himself.
I guess like he was trying to show,
as a woman, this is how I interpreted this scene. Sure, and I think that it's like he did it's not like he was trying to make a point or prove a point or anything. He says it like genuinely. He doesn't say like, it's not flying, or it's not flying. Yeah. It's falling with style. Sure. He just
I mean, like, not making like a mean spirited joke, but like it's funny because in that moment it feels like that's when Buzz first you get a sense of like who Buzz really is when he's not trying to be a space ranger. Sure. It's like okay, Buzz has a sense of humor. That's funny. Right. But yeah, I guess he is kind of like, no, this isn't real. This is flying. This is falling with style.
Like, I'm a toy just like you, so obviously I can't fly.
And I guess he accepts that he can't fly, but in that moment, I think it's like the closest he's ever gonna get. So, but yeah, it's funny. Like, Buzz isn't really like taking in the thrill of that moment as Woody is. Buzz is almost like more focused on Andy at that moment than he, because like Woody's like, "Hey, we missed the truck," and then Buzz goes, "We're not aiming for the truck." He's like, "No, we're going straight to Andy." Yeah. Which I think shows how much Buzz cares for Andy, which I don't think people focus on enough. Like, Buzz cares a lot about Andy in these movies. Yeah. I was wondering if you were saying it just because that's the scene that our son repeats ad nauseum.
Yeah, no. Just, I've always really liked that.
But that's
scene.
Also why the end is so great.
I was going to say the end is the only worthwhile
figurative high point of the film, where like the audience should feel like on cloud nine at that point, because like, yes, emotionally you're satisfied and you get the satisfaction of seeing Buzz fly. Right. And the music. Can we talk about the music?
So good.
Randy Newman is a freaking genius. Like, I was listening to the soundtrack on my way to and from work today. Of course you were. Well, just to prepare for this, but also I think John Williams once said about soundtracks that they're not really great music to listen back to separate from the film because they're not very exciting.
Yeah, they are pretty like.
I mean, like some. I mean, I agree. I disagree with them a little bit. Like some soundtracks, like virtually any Indiana Jones film, you listen to that soundtrack separate from the film. It's thrilling. It's scary. It's exciting. And
you could even say that about Tarzan, like another Disney film, like Tarzan. You can listen to that soundtrack and be like, or Brother Bear. Yeah, great soundtrack.
Yeah, but I think he's right to a certain extent, because like I love the soundtrack for this movie.
You got a friend.
Yeah, not even the songs though, but like the music in the background.
Oh, sure, the score.
Yeah, the score. Because like there are moments, really great moments throughout the score, but when you listen back to it, there's points where it's like, oh, why is the music so low? And then it gets really high or whatever, and it's like, oh, the music is trying to heighten the scene, not the music trying to like speak for itself.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
In some senses, the music is a character
So true.
in its own sense, and I think that means the music is not trying to stand out independent of the movie. The music is trying to blend into the movie.
Yeah.
And so when you listen to it separate from the film, you should think about the movie. You should think about moments from the film, and that's what happens when I listen back to the soundtrack. But so I think John Williams is right in that sense, that scores are not necessarily great to like listen back to independently. But getting back to what you were trying to say, the songs.
Oh yeah.
Incredible. I mean, You've Got a Friend in Me. Need We Say Any More? Like one of the greatest songs of all time for any Disney movie and just in general.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if you can believe in, like, I don't believe in this. I don't think you're supposed to as a Catholic, but you know, like the invisible string theory.
No, explain it to me.
It's basically, this is going to be very poor, wrapped up in a
Kate's going to be our resident conspiracy theorist because she knows these things better than I do.
The invisible string theory is basically like things have happened in your life that happened to your significant other, your spouse, or whoever you're with, that like has led you to this moment of like getting together, right? Like,
oh wow,
oh, it was meant to be.
Now I'm
like,
really intrigued.
Yeah, now I really don't know if you're supposed to like believe in it to like this is absolutely why we're together because we did all these things.
Destiny.
As like a Catholic, but I just remember doing a dance to You've Got a Friend in Me on stage. Like I actually had a choreographed dance on stage, and I have a film of like a family video of me doing this You've Got a Friend in Me dance. I don't know why. I did it.
Where was this?
Denton High School.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure it was Denton High School that
where you grew up.
Well, it was Denton.
Where you grew up, yeah.
Yeah, but I wasn't like, it was like a Phillies Follies thing. Like it was a show. It was at a high school for a show. Like I did not attend this place or whatever. Like I went to a camp in the summer for like a week or two, and they did You've Got a Friend in Me. It was either that or ballet class. I don't remember, but
wow.
I did that, and I recreated, I don't know, that same dance or a different dance of my own choreography because it was really boring watching it back. But I did it to You've Got a Friend in Me, and now I'm like, my husband's all about Toy Story.
Well, I mean, in addition to that, do you remember? You remember the night we started texting each other? We were texting for a time before we started dating, and then we stopped talking to each other, and then we started talking again. Remember what you were doing that night?
Oh yeah.
What were you doing?
Sorry, I had to yawn.
That's okay.
It's almost my bedtime. We were going to see Toy Story 4. I think I've shared that on this podcast.
Not this podcast. This is the first time.
Oh, true. Well, if you listen to the other podcast, the old podcast, I think I talked about it on there. But we were going to see Toy Story 4 in the summer.
And that was a sign I knew, like, okay, this girl's got to be the one.
Yes, this was after I had said, have a nice life. And like,
yeah, we stopped talking after a while because I was scared.
Not in a rude way, just like okay, you don't want to date
I gave
long
her,
distance.
I gave her a good reason. I didn't want to do long distance. Yeah. I was scared, and I realized that I missed her, and I messaged her, and she was about to watch Toy Story 4, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is absolutely a sign.
Yeah. Maybe
Maybe not invisible string theory sign, but like God's clearly, ringing some bells here, like, hey, hello.
Oh my gosh. I also went to Toy Story 3 with like a couple of family friends. I don't think this guy will ever listen to this podcast, so hopefully that's
incredibly weird.
It would be incredibly strange if he did, but I had a crush on him, and I thought, like, we're going to see Toy Story, like, oh, we're gonna hold hands in the theater or something. I don't know. And it wasn't supposed to be that guy that I was holding hands with. It was gonna be years later that I was going to see Toy Story without you. But
Yeah.
We
Well,
it's just so weird.
We'll
It's
finally
so
get to see a
weird.
Toy Story film together this year.
Yeah, in theaters together. That is
That'll be
crazy.
great.
I don't want to cry in a theater again.
Well, I mean, I don't know how they're going to top Toy Story 4, honestly, because that was just
They have a lot of explaining to do
heart-wrenching
per
for
the trailers that we've already seen, or the teaser.
Yeah, we'll talk about Toy Story 5
Yep.
when we're about to wrap up. But let's talk about the characters and the cast, because this is like one of the greatest casts in any movie. Tom Hanks is Woody. Tim Allen is Buzz Lightyear. Annie Potts is Bo Peep. John Ratzenberger. Which one is it? John Ratzenberger as Ham. Wallace Shawn is Rex. I don't know if his name's on there or not. Don Rickles is Mr. Potato Head. Jim Varney, Ernest, come on, as Slinky.
Wait,
It's just one of the
Potato Head is a registered trademark of Hasbro?
Yeah, it's a toy. It's like a real toy.
I thought it was a Disney toy.
No, they had to get permission to use Mr. Potato Head.
Wild.
Yeah, same with Slinky. Same with like, there's a couple other toy Hot Wheels. They wanted to put Barbie in the original film, and then Barbie.
Oh, I guess that's true. Right, Barbie is not a
John
Disney
Ratzenberger.
toy.
I was
Okay.
right.
Yeah, you were.
But
Anyways,
when it was a smash hit at the box office, Mattel, who owns Barbie, was like, "Oh my gosh, we made a horrible mistake. Put her in Toy Story 2."
It's so funny.
So now they make sure that she's in every Toy Story film after
Hilarious.
that. Yeah.
I'm tour guide Barbie.
Yeah. We'll have to talk about that when Toy Story 2. But yeah, I think the cast is great. Like the side characters are just so unique and well developed. Rex is like this, he's like the king of the dinosaurs, the T-Rex, but he's super insecure about like being intimidating because he's not. Mr. Potato Head, he's always got a chip on his shoulder because he's always losing his parts.
He's apparently Catholic.
Yeah, they confirmed that in the audio commentary that Mr. Potato Head's Catholic.
It's amazing.
Because he makes the sign of the cross.
That's amazing. It's so brief too, but it's there. It's
you know what?
There.
And I told you this when we watched it. Every time I've seen that, I thought he was like figuratively wiping sweat from his face.
So
I was
funny.
like, what is he doing? I never thought he was, because like, why wouldn't he just use his finger or like his fingers and do the sign of the cross?
I have to watch it again because it's like subtle, but it's
so fun. But like, we wouldn't have assumed that either if they didn't say it in the commentary. Like John Lasseter and Andrew Stanton and Bonnie Arnold, Pete Docter, the producers, everyone behind Toy Story, like they're in the commentary. They say that he's Catholic, Irish Catholic. It's
the commentary confirms it.
So funny.
That's why I'm saying.
Ham is
Not
like this very. He's not a learned, but he's like a know-it-all because he sits on the window. He sits on the desk. He looks out the window in the world. He knows like everything about the world, which is so funny. And then Bo Peep. Unfortunately, Bo doesn't really have much to do in the first movie, or even really the second movie. She's just kind of the eye candy for Woody. But she's sweet. She's kind of like his conscience, his peace. She makes for a great love interest. Although, she doesn't get too much to do until Toy Story 4.
Yeah.
Which everyone has a problem with apparently, but yeah.
Oh, well, she's a side character.
Yeah. Like
it's not what it's about.
What else were you going to do with her?
And also, she's Molly's toy. She's not even Andy's toy.
Right. They point that out in the commentary too, because they're like,
oh, they do?
Yeah. They're like, why does Andy play with this like Bo Peep doll? Like, why does he have Barbies?
Like, no, she's just coming over to see
Woody. He shares a room with Molly. And so Molly is
right. They
her
share a room.
lamb. Yeah.
I forgot that they share a room. It's not super obvious.
It's not. It's very subtle. You don't really, other than the opening scene, you don't really notice it.
Yeah, you're right. I just totally didn't even realize that they share a room until you just said it. And then she moves out of her room.
Then she gets into her own room. Yeah. What else do we want to talk about with this movie? I love, this not just jumpstart my love for Disney, but also Pixar. Like Pixar's still like top-notch animation studio. They haven't really been at the top of their game recently. ironically, the last movie that I saw that I really loved from them was Toy Story 4. Honestly, I saw Elio. It was okay. It was very obvious. It was like reworked halfway through.
After Luca, I gave up.
Luca
I was like, I cannot
Luca
do
just
anymore.
didn't feel like
It was the most boring movie
she
ever.
Bored
I fell
to
asleep.
tears.
I fell asleep.
Bored to tears.
You fell asleep? Oh,
yeah.
friends, people.
I think the problem with Pixar right now is
Soul was great.
Soul. Yes, okay. After Toy Story 4 was Soul. Soul was incredible.
Great.
Very beautiful movie about death and life and so many really in-depth things that are done in a way that only Pixar can do. I think the problem is Pixar has lost their edginess. Like, Pixar films used to be edgy.
Are they afraid?
I think they're afraid of offending people.
Yeah.
like Toy Story.
Toy Story is very offensive, actually.
Was very like skewed towards kids and adults, and they were like kind of edgy, little like darker films.
Yeah.
You know, they geared more toward the boy audience.
Well, they offend.
I mean, look at something like Finding Nemo. Like Finding Nemo is like this really epic, but also kind of like intense, like journey through the ocean.
That Nemo was just that animation.
Oh yeah,
spectacular.
I would pour through the bonus features of that film. I love that movie.
Oh, I've never even seen the bonus features.
Oh my gosh, I like combed through everything on that disc.
We should talk about Finding Nemo on this podcast.
We should.
It's actually my mom's favorite Pixar movie.
It's my mom's least favorite
Pixar
it's
sad,
movie. Yes.
It's sad. Yeah,
yes,
I mean,
she loves
sad.
Finding Dory. She thinks Finding Dory because Nemo doesn't go missing.
Yeah.
That's funny that your mom loves it and my mom doesn't love it.
Yeah. P. Sherman, 42 Wallaby Way Singing.
Yeah. We'll talk about Nemo, but like after, I mean, like Incredibles was like a very different animated film. It's like,
is that Pixar?
Yeah, Pixar did Incredibles. It's very like it's like James Bond superhero film.
Yeah, it's very
fun. Like, you know, people die in that movie. Like, it's very edgy for an animated film.
It's pretty dark, honestly.
Dark.
Especially when he's in that
Cars to a certain degree. Like all these movies, like they really.
Cars is great.
I love Cars. They really honed in on their audience, which was mainly like boys. But I mean, they're 4-quadrant films, but they gear towards boys. I'm sorry, but it's true.
But girls get just as much.
But girls do get just as much. But like they're geared towards like the boy audience. I think when they stopped trying to gear towards their core audience, they lost their edge. And now they're just trying to like make 4-quadrant fluffy movies that like have more in common with like DreamWorks, and all respect DreamWorks, than they do like Pixar. You saw a trailer for
Pick a lane.
You saw a trailer for a Pixar film. You got like amped. Like,
yeah, you did.
I mean, like I remember watching the trailer for like Ratatouille, and like you didn't know anything about Ratatouille. You just saw a guy introducing cheeses on a platter. All of a sudden, there's a rat, and you like, oh, I need to think my life. I love good films. Like, what is this
idea?
This is insane. This is awesome.
This is going to take your podcast so far.
Here we go.
We do a cheese flight when we review Ratatouille.
Oh, yes. Ooh.
We have a cheese board here, and everyone has to suffer through us eating cheese on the podcast. I have to be here.
That's an incredible
My
idea.
sister has to be here
Christina
for that episode.
Got to
look. I would even give up my
to
chair.
Review Ratatouille.
I'd give up my chair for her, but I am going to indulge in some cheese, or we could take turns.
She has to be here for Ratatouille. That's a no-brainer. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, that's so fun.
I hope you have a roster of all the movies that you want to review, like these Pixar movies that you want to review, because there's a select few that we must. All the other ones are fun. We don't have to. Well,
rest assured, we're going to review every Toy Story film before the end of the year.
That is true, too. Or before the movie comes out.
Yes.
Yeah,
before June 2026.
Yeah.
But no, we'll get to every Pixar film because I want to go back.
Wait, what day is it coming out in June?
June. I don't know. That's a good question. Let me figure that out. I should know.
Please tell me it does not come out on our son's first birthday.
You know what? I have a bad feeling about this.
Wait, let me see it. Wait, let me do it.
Hold on.
Let me do it.
Okay.
Do you know his birthday?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Toy Story 5. Where will it say it?
Release in the far corner. She's looking on Letterboxd.
2026. Oh, releases.
Wait, oh.
It is 7 days before his birthday.
Okay.
It's the week before his birthday. Thank
Okay.
goodness. Okay, that makes me feel better.
June 19th.
June 19th.
2026. Okay, that's what I thought.
It's a week before.
That's what I thought. I think the 2026 was throwing me off.
Yeah, same. I was like, the 26th.
Yeah. Speaking of that, let's talk about Toy Story 5 if you want.
Okay, just briefly,
because
pause.
we're going to be talking about Toy Story 5 all throughout these ones. We're not going to talk crazily about that, and we do got to wrap this up because our sons might be waking up.
Mama's got to go to bed.
We got to go to bed.
The baby
we have
up.
kids,
yeah,
and
sorry.
let me tell you, getting your sleep, even when you're 30,
it's a game changer.
Super important.
Yeah,
especially when you have kids.
Yeah. Plus, we get up really early. Okay.
Yes, we do.
Let's wrap this up.
Okay. Well, before we wrap this up, Toy Story 5. So
that's what I meant. Get to the end.
Yeah. It's crazy. 30 years after the original, they're still making these movies, Toy Story 5. First off, what do you think about... Everyone says they're like, oh my gosh, why do they go past Toy Story 3? It was the perfect ending. Mm-hmm. They overdid it with 4. Now they're doing another one. Like, when's it going to end? Like, what do you think of that whole discussion?
Yeah. How did 3 end? When was 3? Oh, the Bonnie.
Where they go to Bonnie. And
I liked Toy Story 3 because it either could end there and no other Toy Story could be made because Andy's story was over. But I also appreciated the fact that, like, we saw a new kid take Buzz and Woody and all the toys and like make them her own. I think that was really sweet and really good. And you know what? If you were a fan of Toy Story pre Toy Story 3, you could just end, or pre Toy Story 4, I guess, you could just end it there. But if you wanted to see the story keep going, then you had the choice to continue to watch it. And I think that a lot of us wanted to keep watching it because we wanted to see what happened to the gang. Mm-hmm.
And we did technically get that with like the shorts and the holiday specials and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a different movie now. It's not Toy Story before Toy Story 3. It's Bonnie's Toy Story.
Yeah.
It was Andy's Toy Story, and now it's Bonnie's Toy Story. So it's not the same movie. In like my head, I've categorized it as Andy's Toy Story and Bonnie's Toy Story.
They could potentially make a argument for a new trilogy.
Yes, and
I don't necessarily want them to make another like Toy Story 6 per se, but only if they promise to end it. But
I don't love that these movies keep going on and on and on. However, the stories have been good. So like you keep pushing it, might not be good this next one. Like don't keep pushing it. Like if you have a rager, then like end it on the rager.
Yeah.
If like this one's really good, then just end it here because it's 3 stories for Bonnie.
Yeah.
This is the 3rd story for Bonnie.
2.
Well, 3.
Well, Bonnie's story technically does. I mean, like Bonnie's story, she's introduced in Toy Story 3, but if you want like 3
that's true, the end of
separate films that are just Bonnie's.
Okay, for 2.
Yeah.
So 2.
But sure. I agree. Like if 5 is a banger, then end it on a banger. Mm-hmm. But I agree with you. Like that's why I defend Toy Story 4 because like.
Well, I'm not tired of it either.
I'm not tired of it. Are you kidding me?
Like we're not over here. It's not like Star Wars.
Are you kidding me?
No, it's not like Star Wars or Marvel, where there's like 26 movies and you're like 10 more are coming out and you're like I can't keep track of all these people. I mean, you're explaining to me timelines and
the
multiverse and this character's in this movie and this character is technically in this movie and also he appeared in here but he's not part of that multiverse. He's part of and I can't keep track. Like Venom and Superman, but then Venom is like in a completely different time.
Never happened.
Forget it. Oh, I'm explaining it wrong. I don't know.
You said Superman and Venom.
Oh, sorry, Spider-Man. I meant Spider-Man.
Oh,
Spider-Man and Venom.
Well, Sony botched that whole deal.
I can't keep track. So like it's not fun for me. But
Yeah.
Toy Story's kept it pretty
We got 5 movies in 30 years. That's pretty good.
for animation too.
For animation,
I mean,
too,
it took 30 years, it seems, for Incredibles 2 to come out, which it stuck.
Actually,
it was
took
just
14 years, I think.
14. Well,
Yeah.
I just doubled it, but it doesn't matter. It
Yeah,
felt like 30
it's all
years,
right.
and
Well,
it was still terrible. So it wasn't what we wanted.
Hopefully the third one is good.
There's a third one? They're
Yeah.
coming out with a third one?
Yeah, and Brad Bird's not directing it.
Was that the director of the second one?
The first and the second one.
Oh, he did such a good job in the first one. It wasn't the.
Well,
it's not the direction.
The
it's
reason,
the script.
The reason,
it's the
no,
story.
no, the reason behind that is a little unfortunate, but also I'm kind of happy it happened this way because I love Toy Story more than I love The Incredibles. Incredibles was actually supposed to come out in 2019 with Toy Story's release date, and then Toy Story was supposed to come out in Incredibles was supposed to come out in 2019, and Toy Story was supposed to come out in 2018. They switched them just to give more time for Toy Story, and Incredibles lost a year of production. So Brad Bird had to just figure it out.
Gotcha.
He was in kind of an impossible situation. But even still, I don't think the movie is as good as it could have been. Like the edge is gone. And I'm worried about Incredibles 3.
It was too playful.
It's too playful. Didn't give Bob a really satisfying arc. It didn't even give Helen a satisfying arc. Like she's just like girl bossing her way through the movie, and she
where was
she doesn't
Frozone
learn anything.
being all Frozone? You know,
he was good in the movie.
Yeah, but
you
like,
put him in any scene and just be
it's true. Where's my super suit?
Yeah.
We should recreate that
Oh yeah.
voice. But anyways, sorry. Getting back
to Toy Story.
To Toy Story
5.
and wrapping this up for your first episode. Toy Story 5. It looks good.
Yeah, I mean, so like the technology thing. What do you the plot there?
I already
Bonnie
don't like.
gets an iPad. She's 8 years old now.
I mean, it's terrible. It's technically Leapfrog or like a Leapster.
Well, okay, so it's supposed to be a combination of. I think it's supposed to be a combination of an iPad and a Leapster Leapfrog.
Well, even still, like I hate the digital age. I really do. Like I don't think I was supposed to live in this age.
But don't you think it's interesting that Pixar is going to tackle that issue?
Why specifically is it interesting that Pixar is going to?
Because maybe they're going to put they're going to help our society figure out how do we deal with this problem.
How it's problematic
kids
for
aren't
children.
playing with toys. They're not using their imaginations. They're playing on screens.
Brilliant if that's where they take the story.
I
brilliant
think,
if they take it.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, Woody's so beloved. Why would they be like, yeah, ditch him and go to technology?
Well, also Woody's not in the room, so it'd be Buzz or Jessie.
What do you mean?
Remember, Woody leaves.
He's in the trailer.
Okay. All right. Everyone needs...
What did I say?
No. It's not you. It's everybody on the internet. Everyone needs to put their thinking caps on for a second. Just because Woody's in the teaser trailer does not mean he's going to be in the room the second the movie starts. Everyone is like, why is Woody in Bonnie's room? They're going to act like nothing happens. Like, are you really that stupid that you think Pixar's going to ignore Toy Story 4 completely? Like, of course they're going to explain why Woody comes back. He's not just back in the movie. He's going to come back in some way. We haven't even seen actual footage from the film. Like, that trailer was not actual footage from the movie.
What did I say?
You said that Woody was...
They weren't just going to like dump Woody, and then you said he's not actually in the room, and I said...
And then you said he's in the trailer, and he's in Bonnie's room. But just because that teaser is not movie footage is my point.
Sure, but we still assume that he's in the movie.
Well, of course.
And that he's in the room with this...
But that doesn't mean he's just going to show up and everyone's going to be like, why is Woody back?
But I didn't say that.
Oh, I thought that's what you were getting at.
No.
Okay.
You might have to cut that whole thing out because you just
came
for me so
I'm
hard.
sorry. No,
And I was not implying that he came back. We don't have an explanation. I'm specifically saying that they love the people who, started
Pixar.
Toy Story. Yeah, Pixar loves their toys so much that they would not just cast them to the side and be like, yeah, forget them.
Well, I think they're going to give us
they're
going to give us something to think about when it comes to this issue. This is the first time a Toy Story film has tackled a like modern trend. Or
I think they value old-fashioned playtime for children, and I really hope that,
of course,
you know, we see. I mean, I'm sure we'll see how we can still value that today. How we can combat and live in an age where there's both.
Yeah.
You know?
Because I think Andrew Stanton, who he wrote all the Toy Story films and he's directing this one, which is also why I'm so excited for 5. He said that you can't just pin the problem on technology. So like, what does that mean for like the toys? Like, how, like, first off, in the teaser, they're shaking in fear. Like, this is clearly like an existential crisis for them, because if, like, you know, we all know with kids,
it's a distraction.
You put a
from
screen
their
in
toys.
front of them, it's game over.
Yeah, forget it.
So how is a toy going to compete with that?
Yeah.
But it's interesting that they say that, okay, so the lily pad in the movie, maybe she's not a bad guy, but she is the antagonist.
Yeah.
Or maybe she is evil. I mean, in the poster, she looks pretty evil.
And they kind of set up her voice to be like, "Hi, I'm
Greta Lee."
Ding.
Zing. Yeah,
feels evil to me.
I'm excited to see it. And well, as we get more marketing information, like we know like a handful of new characters that are going to be in the movie.
Yeah.
Casting. We don't know that much though. Like I talk to fans online, and like we like to theorize and stuff, but like truth be told, we know virtually nothing about this movie other than it's about toys versus tech. Woody's back. The whole gang's back. There's some new characters.
It will tackle technology.
There's an army of Buzz Lightyears in the movie.
Oh, we know that.
Yeah, like 50th anniversary special edition Buzz Lightyears that
may
or may not be a villain. Who knows? That's all we really know about the film. Other than that, like once we get a trailer, we'll start to learn more about like what Woody's role is going to be, what Buzz's role is going to be, how this movie allegedly is going to focus more on Jessie. Like, is Jessie a main character? What does that mean for Woody and Buzz and their roles in the film? So, you know, a lot's up in the air. So we'll see. But I'm excited. Yeah.
We got 4 months till it comes out. 5 months.
5 months. And every month we will review a Toy Story film. So this episode's coming out in February. March, we'll do Toy Story 2. April, Toy Story 3. May, Toy Story 4. And then we'll try to squeeze in an episode, maybe doing like Lightyear or Buzz Lightyear Star Command, or possibly we'll do both the holiday specials.
Which one's Buzz Lightyear Star Command?
It's the 2D animated movie.
Oh, see, I saw the show. I didn't see the movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
there was
the show.
Well, there was a movie, direct-to-DVD movie that was basically in the same animation style as the show. It was like the pilot.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. I'm like squeaking in the chair. I don't know if I've ever seen it. Let's do that. Let's squeeze that
Buzz
one
Lightyear
in.
Star Command.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that. It's the better Buzz Lightyear movie.
Well, perfect. Then we'll watch that because it's worth watching.
Yeah, heck, might even love it. Might be a little intense for him.
We'll see. We'll screen
My son. Gotta keep leaving that out. Okay, well, let's end this with, I want to end each episode with just, first off, love this movie. It's a great movie. There's so much to talk about it, so we'll probably revisit it in the coming years, probably, but
let's give it a
we'll give it a
break.
rest for now. But
there's
I love
so many thousands
there's
of
so
movies
much
out there.
I learned about just listening to the audio commentary, like the fact they like bought toys and studied them in animation, just so many cool things like that. I love this movie so much, from the filmmaking, from the story, from the characters, the endless imagination, and the fact that it's animated. And I do,
first of its kind.
I do want to say really quick, I know we started out this conversation saying the animation is very archaic and a little uncanny, but I think it's why I love it even more so than 2, 3, and 4 is because now there's a charm to how raw and like ugly the animation is.
Well, it's creative. They're trying to take they're trying to make things look porcelain, as best as they can the first time they've ever done it. Like I like I said, I appreciate it for what it is.
Right.
I appreciate them getting those details into something that's never been done before. Like that is pretty cool.
And it's cool to see the progress, not just personally for Toy Story, but for animation in general. Yeah. Like each movie, you see the animation get so good to the point where like you're looking at Toy Story 4 and the trailer for Toy Story 5, and you're like, this could be like a live action movie.
Yeah.
So those are my final thoughts on Toy Story. I'm gonna do my like rating out of 5 stars, 5 out of 5, perfect movie. No notes, perfect script, perfect cast, perfect everything. It's the best movie ever made. Fight me. Your score?
I'd rather not say.
You can say. It's all right.
I would give it a 4.5 out of 5. I know.
I'm just kidding.
I know.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's actually very generous.
4.5 out of 5. And I don't say that because, you know, it's anything to do with like the animation or anything like that. I just think that it doesn't cater to every single person, you know? Mm-hmm. Little girls probably wouldn't gravitate to it as they would a Barbie movie. Or, it really is. So but it's perfect as a boy movie.
Yeah. So. But it's also a 4 quadrant film, so there's something that you can enjoy out of it.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's why I watched it as a kid.
Right.
Multiple times.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my favorite movie out of all of them though is Toy Story 2. You just can't beat that one.
Well, I can't wait to.
That one's just fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
I love that one.
I have a lot to say about Toy Story 2. I won't because we gotta wrap this up. But I won't say right now. But I can't wait to review Toy Story 2 with you.
That one is so fun. I love it.
It's great. Great movie. One of the best sequels ever made.
It's my favorite.
It's really, really good. We'll talk about it next time. Not the next episode, but like we're probably going to talk about something different next episode. Next month. Of course you can. I think if we review what I think we're going to review, you're going to have to.
Oh, whisper it to me. Oh, darn. Okay, yeah, we'll do that one. I'll do that one with you. Okay. Yeah, I'll we
don't have to rewatch it. Maybe I'll rewatch some of it by myself, and then we'll finish from where we left off. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining the first episode of Starship Cinema. Let me know what you thought about this podcast. Let me know what movies you'd like us to review. I will always consider suggestions from you guys. Work with me as the podcast continues to improve. Like we're still figuring out the audio setup, the cameras, graphics. Everything is kind of a work in progress.
The studio itself.
It actually changed very significantly from what it used to be. But I actually like this. I think this is a lot better.
This looks nice, honestly.
This is great. And
I'm glad you like it.
Thanks to her because she's got great ideas.
Thank you. And look, if we'd had the desk in here, we wouldn't have been able to do this.
Nope. I don't know how we would have done this.
I have no idea. Opposite sides of the room. I'm not sure.
All right, y'all. Well, if you want to follow me on social media, I'll link all that in the description of this episode. I will see you all next time. Kate, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Had fun.
Love
you.
All right, guys. God bless. Peace out. See you next time.